Manchester United's search for a new manager appears to be hotting up with managerial targets being cited throughout the past week thanks to Erik ten Hag's misdemeanors in the past few months, and Thomas Tuchel is thought to want the job if he is approached by the Red Devils. A 4-0 drubbing to Crystal Palace on Monday only added to ten Hag's woes, with the Dutchman suffering a run of just 2 wins in 10 Premier League games in recent weeks and having crashed out of the Carabao Cup and Champions League in the early stages. His only saving grace has been the FA Cup, where his side will face local rivals Manchester City in the final at the end of the month. There continues to be more and more discourse surrounding a potential exit, which has seen the likes of Roberto De Zerbi linked in recent months. But one manager who could be in with a view of the hot seat is Thomas Tuchel, and with the current Bayern Munich boss departing at the end of the season, David Ornstein has claimed that Tuchel, who has been described as an unbelievable manager, would seek a move to Old Trafford if Ten Hag left. Thomas Tuchel, Manchester United latest, the German would be a good option for the Red Devils. Speaking on the Back Pages podcast on Wednesday morning, Ornstein claimed that Tuchel would be interested in the Red Devils' job despite arguably their worst season in the Premier League era, with United as a brand failing to decline despite their dip in form. He said, "When you're looking at these candidates, or potential candidates, our understanding is that Thomas Tuchel does want that job if there's a vacancy. For example, there will be others who are talked about, the likes of Graham Potter, Gareth Southgate and plenty more besides. I don't know of the shortlist that has apparently been drawn up, but the appeal of Manchester United to coaches and managers across the world is not going to go away because they've had a dip." Tuchel's Chelsea exploits could be of use. Tuchel won the Champions League with the Blues. Tuchel hasn't had the best season of his career with Bayer Leverkusen beating him on all fronts on the domestic scene, though he could still win a Champions League trophy should he overcome Real Madrid in the semi-final second leg on Wednesday evening and former club Borussia Dortmund in the final at the start of June. His exploits with Chelsea, however, will resonate with Old Trafford Chiefs the most if he is to take the vacancy at the Theatre of Dreams. Tuchel took over from Frank Lampard in January 2021 after a poor start to the season by the Blues legend, and having dragged them to the FA Cup and Champions League finals. He won the latter against the odds with a 1-0 win over Manchester City to cement his place in Chelsea history after just 5 months. 2 strong years at the helm saw Tuchel qualify in the top 4 both times, and he was unfortunate to lose all 3 of his domestic cup finals in a spell that could quite easily have seen him take 4 trophies in 18 months before being sacked. That run in itself would be enough to convince United fans that he is the man for the job, though this season's poor campaign at Bayern does shroud some doubt over whether he is the right choice at present.